Good morning, R12. It is Tuesday, goodness sakes, May 26th, 2020. As I say pretty much every day, this month is flying by. I hope you had a great holiday weekend. It was a long weekend. You didn't have any responsibilities yesterday on Monday, aside from getting caught up on your work. And I know a couple of people really did do that over the weekend, so great job with that. I hope you were able to have some great time outside. The weather's been great, a little warm. I'm not complaining, but it was a little warm yesterday. I was sweating just standing there. But I love that warm weather, and it really does make a difference in how I feel and how I approach the day. So I hope you can say the same. And I look forward to any stories and things that you've been doing when we Zoom on Thursday. So with that being said, we will not be Zooming today. Being that we had the long weekend and you have some assignments today, which I'm going to explain in just a minute, and I'm just kind of giving you a break from the Zoom today. So come Thursday with stories, and I have a couple other things that I want you to come prepared for on Thursday also. So with no more further ado, let's see. So you should have read chapters 3 through 5 in Mr. Popper's Penguins, and I know that I owe a couple of people need those chapters, so I'm just sending pictures of those chapter pages so that you can get caught up with that reading. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to record myself reading chapters 3 through 5 so you can kind of follow along with that, and that might be helpful also for getting through those chapters, because tomorrow you will be assigned some questions for chapters 3, 4, and 5. And like I said, I know that I owe a couple of people those chapters, so I'm not assigning questions today. So if you have not yet read chapters 3 through 5, you have time to do that, and I will help you with some of that today also. Okay, like I said, no Zoom today, so you don't have to worry about that. What you will be getting today is a brand new spelling list. Group A, you have, oh goodness, let's see, list 10. That's Group A has list 10. Group C has list 14. Be sure when you look at your spelling list, at the bottom there's a box and they give you exactly what you're learning for this list. Now I will also be talking about that with you separately, but you really want to pay attention to some of those rules and kind of tricks of how to remember how to spell some of those words. And it truly will help you. So today you're not only getting your list, but you're getting a worksheet to help you practice those words. I would like you to bring both tomorrow to our Zoom, okay? If you do it 5 times each, you get a little bonus entry in our next drawing. So just saying, you might want to do 5 times each. It's a great way to study. You get a little bonus for that. But please tomorrow, or I'm sorry, for Thursday, I keep saying tomorrow, Thursday for our Zoom, bring your spelling list and the worksheet that you're going to get today. If you bring 5 times each, that's an added bonus. So good stuff. Next thing that you have, last week we talked a lot about nouns, verbs, and adjectives. I'm going to have you do some more reviewing with that today. There was a little bit of issue between recognizing verbs and adjectives, so I want to do a little more practice with that. What you have to do is you have to really pay attention to the directions that they're giving you on this assignment, because they're having you find nouns, which maybe you have to circle, underline, highlight, whatever you choose to do. Doesn't matter to me as long as I can tell you're identifying the word. If they say to highlight or circle or color nouns in red, you have to do that in red. Okay, if you're circling or highlighting verbs in the color you're supposed to be doing nouns, you're not going to get credit for that, and I have to send it back to you. So make sure you're really paying attention to those directions. Okay, let's see. Another thing that you have is you have a little reading about, I want to say lions. Yes, it's a lion. It's a reading about lions, and you're going to have to identify or find adjectives within that reading. And they tell you to use the highlighting tool. When you click on the tools, you'll notice a bunch of different things come up at the bottom. One looks like a pencil, one looks like a pen, and then one does look like a highlighter. It's got kind of that diagonal edge that will let you highlight just the words, so I can still see the writing. Because if you're coloring over a word and I can't see the word, how can I really grade it? It would be really tough. So make sure you're using that highlighting tool. In fact, you can even use that highlighting tool for the other worksheet or activity that I was telling you about with the nouns, adjectives, and verbs that you have to do in different colors. So again, if you get stuck on directions and you think that I'm crazy or the person that created that assignment is crazy and you don't get it, just let me know and we'll walk through that together, okay? The next and last thing you have to do for today is more review on angles. What they're going to do is they are going to, let's see, give you a bunch of angles, and I believe you have to tell whether they are acute or obtuse. And again, you have to pay attention to those directions because they give you specific colors that they want you to use. Okay. The next assignment is a little different. They give you a starting line. So it looks kind of like this. This might be the way that they start it. They'll just give you one line. And they're asking you to make acute angles using that line, okay? So one thing you might do, let's see if I can actually do this. I want it to be acute, so it has to be less than 90 degrees. So remember, the acute ones are the small angles, okay? So, well, okay, I'll just make this an acute angle by, I don't know if I can do this or not, you guys, by drawing a line. Okay, see my line? I'm going to make it more clear here. I just drew another line with another arrow at the end, and I did identify it with that little arch in the corner. I had my starting line here. I identified it. I drew another line with the arrow, and then I identified the angle here. Okay, so that's what they're looking for when they tell you to finish their starting line. Okay, they give you a line to start, and then you have to make an acute angle from there. Okay, so those are your assignments for today. Spelling, you have your spelling list, you have your spelling worksheet. As far as the worksheet goes, if you need to take a picture of that and send it to me or show it to me on Zoom Thursday, that's fine. If you can print it and write it out, that's fine too. If you write the answers on a lined piece of paper or a sticky note or the back of a scrap piece of paper that you have, as long as you're doing the work, you guys, I'll accept it. Okay, so however you can get it done, and I will make sure I give you credit for doing that. Okay, so spelling, nouns, adjectives, and verbs, and angles. You kind of have a full plate today. So I'm sending you this video. I'm sending the video of me reading Mr. Popper's Penguins, and I'm also sending you the worksheet for your spelling list. So you have a lot on your plate today. Students, this is for you, okay? Don't put the responsibility on your parents, all right? If you have to get into your parents' email, that's one thing, but watching these videos and doing those assignments, that's your responsibility. Please don't worry about doing things wrong. If you're afraid to make mistakes, please take that off of your shoulders and your worry list, because if you're not doing something correctly, all that means is you have not learned it yet, and we will get there, okay? So I really want students doing that work. I really want students getting through the typing or whatever, figuring out the tools on Seesaw. That's kind of the whole point in doing all this. So again, happy Tuesday. We're another week in here for the school year. And like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. Had a nice long weekend. You got a 4-day week this week. Lots of things planned. So hang in there and please let me know. I know that I owe a couple of people phone calls. So I'll be taking care of that today. And I guess that's about it for now. All right, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you soon.